This is an awesome article put out by Forbes this morning talking about compounding pharmacies and their role with big pharma and GLP-1s. Let's do a quick overview of it. So this article is really comprehensive. It goes through and tells the whole story of compounding pharmacies getting started, not just in GLP-1s, and their perspective on the future with GLP-1s, which is really good. So they're talking about the Super Bowl this year when Hims and Hers had an ad in there. It drove a 650% spike in traffic, but they weren't the first ones to do a Super Bowl ad in telehealth. Blue Chew was actually the first one to do a telehealth ad, and that was in 2024 for personalized care compounded meds, their ED meds that they were advertising. They set the stage calling for personalized medicine and affordability. So Blue Chew was first, and then Hims and Hers comes in, and a whole bunch of other people. It's not just them, but that's the story that's being highlighted right here. Now we're talking about affordability of GLP-1s. This is the branded, how affordable it is, and willing people would be not willing to consider. And it's literally reversed for compounded medications. So the accessibility is definitely better with price. I'm a nerd. I just love this timeline, how they go from everything that's been going on, the Blue Chew, to the Hims and Hers, to the shortages, to the recalls, to the cases. It's all highlighted here in a timeline. They really go into what 503A pharmacies are and 503Bs and what roles they have to play in the past, present, and future. And we're really highlighting that this is healthcare. This isn't GLP-1s. Obviously, telehealth is doing GLP-1s right now, but they're also having compounding pharmacies create medications for people with dermatology, HRT. There's a ton of thyroid shortages right now, and they're creating meds to replace those shortages, pain meds, and all sorts of veterinary uses are being compounded as well for personalized, individualized medicine. So they go into a lot of points, but access versus safety is a huge point. People are saying it's not safe, and by people, it's mostly big pharma saying compounding isn't safe. But compounding is saying it's about access. We can't charge people a ton of money and call that access. Even if it's available and it costs a fortune, that's not accessible. That's what the article and the compounders are saying. I just love this quote. Most people think compounded medications are fringe. The truth, they're often the only personalized option that exists. But the system treats compounding like a loophole instead of a lifeline. Good stuff. Compounding didn't invent the crisis. It emerged from the crisis, the big pharma controlling and jacking up prices. That's what started the compounding personalized medicine era. I also love this section where it talks about controlling the narrative through the media. They talk about all these different big broadcasters talking about ER visits and unsafe and blah, 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 when they didn't really have a lot to back them, but they were being fed a pipeline of articles backed by big pharma. Sketchy, crazy, makes you think. It's a really good article. It's a big one. I highly suggest you read it or at least skim it. Patients aren't just seeking cheaper care. They're rejecting the alliance of big pharma monopolies. It's good stuff. That's really good stuff. Just published in Forbes today. Go check it out. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. I can highlight more, show you more if you want to learn more about this article about compounding pharmacies in Forbes.